In this video, I will be showing you how to set up a secure IoT network using the UniFi security gateway and how to set up the firewall to securely segregate IoT traffic from your LAN traffic. I will also show you how to make the changes necessary to keep Google Cast and Apple AirPlay working across your networks. Okay, so let's get started by opening our UniFi controller software and signing in. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Settings, Networks, and Create New Network. You can call it what you want. It's going to be a corporate network. Select the appropriate network group. I'm going to make mine VLAN 55, but you can select what VLAN you want to use. And also follow your standard IP addressing scheme and make a new subnet. So for me, that would be 172.16.52.1, and I'm going to make it a /24 network. And everything else here can basically stay the same. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. So now that we have our new network, we are going to create a new Wi-Fi network for our IoT devices to connect to. So to do that, just go to the wireless networks and create new wireless network. Again, you can call this what you want. I'm going to call mine IoT network. And putting a password on it is always a good extra step. And once you're done with that, go ahead and expand the advanced options. Check this box, use VLAN, and type in the same VLAN that you put for that network. So for me, that would be 55. And we also want to check the box, prevent this SSID from being broadcast, since this is kind of a back-end network and doesn't need to be publicly known. And once you're done with all of that, you can click Save. And now we're just going to let our devices provision. Okay, so you might think we're done since we have created a new network and a new Wi-Fi network and assigned it basically its own VLAN, but what's interesting is by default, UniFi allows routing between two different VLANs. So what we actually have to do is create a new firewall rule or several new firewall rules that disallows routing between the two networks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Firewall tab under Routing and Firewall and then click LAN in and create new rule. So I'm not going to go too into detail about what these rules do, but I'll try to explain them. So we're going to call this one allow established / related connections. We're going to run this before the predefined rules, and the action we're going to take is to accept, and it's going to be all, and we're just going to select in this states menu established and related. And under source, we're going to select network, and basically from IoT, and we're going to do that to any. Save. We're going to create another rule. This one's going to be drop IoT to LAN. We're going to run this after predefined rules. The action is going to be drop, and this is all fine. Source would be network and IoT, and the destination would be network LAN. And if you have another, or if you have several LAN networks, which I do, you have to make another rule. So I would do drop IoT to Google Wi-Fi, which is my other LAN network. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing basically. Then we're going to drop from IoT to Google Wi-Fi and save. Alright, so as you can see, I am on the new IoT network that we've just created, and it's time to test our firewall rules. So first I'm going to try ping out to WAN, so I'm going to do ping google.com, and as you can see, we are able to reach google.com. And now I'm going to try to ping something on our LAN, so I'll actually ping my UniFi controller in this case. And it is not working. So that was the aim. So you can also see that I am assigned a 172.16.52 IP address, which was what we put in that subnet box. So everything is working as expected. So the next step right now is to set up Google Cast and Apple AirPlay support. Both Cast and AirPlay use multicast to discover devices and advertise themselves on networks. So Ubiquiti makes it very easy to make this work between networks. All you have to do is go to Services, mDNS, and turn it on. And what that does is it takes multicast from our IoT network and essentially blasts it out on all of its different networks. So you are able to access these devices through services like Google Cast and Apple AirPlay, even if you are on the main network. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've just moved one of my Chromecasts to our newly created IoT network. So if everything works well, we should be able to cast to it. And there it is. We are able to cast to it. So if this video, guys, did help you, please give it a like, and remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching.